Van Halen number 2. I got this one used for $6. Just picked it up recently. I decided to start completing out my Van Halen collection, and I believe at this point I have completed out with everything for David Lee Roth era of Van Halen, minus the album that he came back for. Now, I am going to most definitely do a Van Halen um, rap party for sure. Absolutely, without a doubt, I will be doing a Van Halen rap party, which is one of the reasons why I'm kind of trying to finish out the Van Halen collection and why I'm talking about this album today, as I've just pulled the sticker off. So, what I need to know from you guys in the comment section, I'm debating about breaking this down into 3 eras. We're going to do the original day when I do the rap party. Should I do 3 different eras, being the David Lee Roth era, followed by the Sammy Hagar era, followed by the everything after Sammy Hagar era? So we're going to talk about from, Van Halen best of volume 1 till the end kind of thing. Or should I just do Van Halen as one giant rap party altogether? You guys let me know in the comment section. All right, moving on from there, let's get into the music on the album. This album opens up with You're No Good, as in, you're no good, you're no good, you're no good, baby, you're no good. Oh, come on now. All right, so, it's a classic tune. Always surprises me when Van Halen does a lot of these covers. Always kind of throws me off. But this version, this song, their cover of You're No Good, is the prime example why Michael Anthony and Alex Van Halen are the unsung heroes of Van Halen. If you actually listen to this song, and if you took out the bass and the drums, and you had just the guitar and the vocals, this song would be just a pile of masturbatory material as a guitarist, with Diamond Dave's caterwauling over top of it. That's all it would be. Really not the way I think they should have started off this album. Might have been the way they could have ended the album. Not 100% sure where I would have done with this. Maybe not even covered this song at all. Then we're gonna go on to Dance the Night Away, or Dance the Night Away. Sorry. It's really weird. For some weird reason, all these years, I actually thought that this was a cover as well. I know that they did Dancing in the Streets, which was a cover, and that's probably why I always thought Dance the Night Away was a cover as well. Maybe it's because the way it was put together, like it's not. It's a good, solid, well put together song, Like, I'm not surprised that it's the only song on this album that got major kind of greatest hits, best of recognition, and the other single, which I'll get to afterwards, kind of got ignored a little bit. But I definitely think that this song here in particular is kind of a little ahead of time for Van Halen. This one honestly feels like it would have been more of a Sammy Hagar song. Like, definitely feels like it would be more in the Van Hagar style. Something that would have been maybe on OU812. Maybe one of the other albums a little bit afterwards, but definitely kind of has more of that vibe to me, and I'm really surprised it was on, number 2. After that, we get Somebody Get Me a Doctor. This, I believe, was the other single. Or no, maybe it wasn't. Hold on. I don't remember now. Yeah. No. Yes. Maybe. I'd have to check. I don't know. That's what the notes on the side are for. Okay. Getting on to it. Somebody Get Me Doctor. I remember this one getting major radio play back in the day. And I was always surprised because to me it always kind of felt like an album cut. It never felt like it was a real true blue single kind of song. I mean, it's a really good album cut, but not a radio single. And this is one of those songs you definitely want to hear live as a fan, but it's not for the common or basic listener as far as I'm concerned. Then we get to Bottoms Up. And this is one of those boogie woogie songs that you get a lot in the David Lee Roth era. Kind of like Ice Cream Man or Hot for Teacher. This one actually feels like kind of like the hybrid in between going from Ice Cream Man into Hot for Teacher in that little segue section. And yeah, that's about it. Now, I'm not. I view this more towards the same as Ice Cream Man than I do towards Hot for Teacher because I kind of dig on Hot for Teacher. But all the same, still got that kind of schmarmy showman, boogie woogie Diamond Dave. You just kind of want to smack him and tell him to grow up a little bit. Then we're on Out of Love Again. This one has some great groove and shuffle to it, albeit a little bit erratic and not for everybody. The song also points out a major contrast between David Lee Roth era and Sammy Hagar. And that is that David Lee Roth always kind of feels like when you listen to his songs, and you listen to David Lee Roth sing about women and whatnot, it always feels like Dave is chasing after women. You know, he's like, "Come here, baby." You know, he's being all smarmy, like, "Ah, I love you. Come here." You know, kind of thing, right? But his behavior is very using modern linguistics. I hate the term, but his behavior really comes off very simp like when you pay attention to a lot of the lyrics and a lot of the way he sings and whatnot. Whereas Sammy, on the other hand, man, he's just like he's the big alpha dog, man. He's the big kahuna. The chicks just come to Sammy. He celebrates women. He doesn't chase them. You know, it's like, hey, what's up, babe? I love you. You're beautiful. Come here. You know, but he's not like, yeah. You know, like David. That's David. Yeah. Sammy, hey, what's up? You know, that's kind of just, yeah. Sammy Hagar is the big Lebowski. You know, David Lee Roth is like a little chihuahua humping your leg. Okay, moving on. Light Up the Sky. This is definitely a very solid album cut. Fast, a little bit menacing, with a lot of ambiance to it. Uh, Makes me think that Van Halen were kind of trying to pull off a little bit of their own rendition of doing something like Pink Floyd like, you know, a little flying saucer kind of like almost. Not that they're talking about flying saucers and Light Up the Sky, it's just something about it feels that way. It's just really cool tune, man. Really dig it. Um, Meanwhile, it's more Light Up the Sky as in, you know, I'm a rock star, which is kind of a little bit boring, but if you listen to it on the other, lean it towards the other way, and you kind of listen to it with more of a slant towards UFOs, sounds a lot better, give them a lot more props. Then we go into a short little music interlude number called Spanish Fly. This is basically a rendition of Eruption done on an acoustic guitar. Nah, it's not exactly the same, but really the whole thing, that's what it reeks of, is Eruption on an acoustic. Then we hit DOA. I really dig this one. Van Halen didn't do a lot of social commentary, but when they did do it, they did it right. And in most of their songs, the vocals and guitars kind of play off of each other a little bit. In this one, they take a lot more of a the guitars specifically take a lot more of a backseat to the lyrical content on here. They're kind of trying to push the lyrics a little more, I feel, in this song than they normally do. But it really is a great album cut kind of song. Maybe even should have been a single, like a major single kind of thing, maybe. I don't know. But definitely a great tune. Wish it got more radio play than it does. Women in Love follows that one up. This one just doesn't work for me musically. It's not bad lyrically. It kind of falls flat. It's just more of what I was talking about. Diamond Dave just chasing after chicks kind of thing. And then you got Beautiful Girls. This one still gets a weird amount of radio play. It was one of the two singles from Van Halen 2. I did say there was two singles. This was the other one. And I don't understand why they chose Beautiful Girls. Myself personally, the chasing after chicks kind of mentality, of the David Lee Roth Van Halen era is kind of the part of it I don't like. As much as I'm not into ballads and I'm not into slower songs and stuff like that, when you get into that with the Sammy Hagar era, it's definitely still a lot better than listening to Women in Love or Beautiful Girls, as far as I'm concerned. I'll take Why Can't This Be Love over either of those songs, which says a lot if you've one of my regular viewers. So, the whole way around, do I recommend this album? Yeah, why not? Pick it up. If you're gonna go out there and pick up some Van Halen, this is worth picking up. It is definitely an overlooked album. I don't understand why Dance the Night Away and Beautiful Girls were the singles. Dance the Night Away, I get. That one makes sense. I really do think that maybe DOA should have been a single. I think it would have been really good. It would have been really good on rock radio. It may not have gotten as much play on pop radio, but I think it would have definitely gotten more of a crowd towards Van Halen than they would have gotten. Light Up the Sky, maybe even would have been a half decent song to throw out there as a single. They're great. This album's a lot of great, solid album cuts, basically, is what it comes down to at the end of the day. So, yeah, take what you will from that. Let me know what you think, folks. That's what the comment section's for. Drop me a comment. Let me know what song on this album do you like. What am I overlooking? What do you think? On your way down to the comment section, you will see that there is a link to Patreon. Please feel free to head on over there. You can throw me some money that way. I do throw some time and effort into this. I do deserve a little kind of cash and money. Please and thank you. All right. Like button, subscribe button, little bell for notification. If you could hit those for me, that is the bare minimum you could do to help me out. I would appreciate it. Peace. Love. Take care.